Kim here once again. Like I said yesterday, I said I would be finishing up the new book that I bought, Juliet, by Fortier. Uh, I just finished it a couple minutes ago. I would like to say, love it. Um, as I said in my review yesterday, which is the partial review, that it's like the Da Vinci Code with a mix of Romeo and Juliet. To tell you the truth, it is, and I like the Da Vinci Code and Dan Brown books, but this is my first time seeing it in a female twist. I love it very much. As I said yesterday, how it switches between modern day and then to Siena in AD 1340. And I like the reason why how I like it because it switches back and forth is because the transition of how our main protagonist, Julie Jacobs, aka Julietta Ptolemy, and she basically she's like reading this as a trial, not as a trial, I wouldn't say, but as like the transition was that she reads a part of it and then the next chapter will become the story, and it's just back and forth like every other chapter. I would say about half of it is the story, and just this. Okay. And I would say about at least half, like as I said, half of it is her point, and then Juliet's point, her ancestor. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't fully read it and stuff, major spoiler, I should have said that in the beginning of the video, but I'm sorry. But, I really like it. It's basically, this genre would be historical fiction with romance, somewhat of a mystery. Basically, I'll give you a full text summary. I don't know if I did in my partial review of this. Actually, yeah, I think I did, but that's what me reading, since I barely like read part of it. I just barely, finished it. Yeah, I would say it's 400. Okay, the amount. This is the how much from like here. Let me check. From the actual when the actual book starts. About this much pages. 444 pages. The rest is like author's note and like questions with the author. I would say, and I like how it starts off every chapter, like you literally would think it's like the Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, because the author often quotes lines from Shakespeare, like, nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days," which is, as you can see, right there. She tends to quote in every chapter. And then what I also like about this is because of the chapter numbers. It's like how Shakespeare, if I got my actual Shakespeare book, but I don't know where I put it, which sucks. It's like how this Act 1, Scene 1, same thing, same chapter, same thing. I'm repeating myself again. But also how prologue. I'm guessing partial spoiler, but I wouldn't want to let you guys read or get too close. I like this. The prologue sort of reminds me, I really hate to say, sort of reminds me like Twilight. I'm really sorry, because the way Stephanie Meyer writes her prologues is like, oh, it's like an insert of at like the end of a chapter. I'm very sorry. People who hate Twilight, I'm very sorry. I own the books. I personally was a fanatic until it got very boring for me. I'm very sorry. I'm okay with the series. I'm not about it right now. But Um, let me get cracking lacking on what I also like about the book. The cover. The actual cover was originally just a flower and like some parchment around like in this area as a background. This is the American version, or the English, the US version, where they have a painting of, I believe it says on the back, but okay, basically the cover design was by Ellen Carey. Cover images was from the Adoration of the Magi, which is basically a painting from Jan Crosset. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but and then the bottom is an image from Rose in Buds. Roses in bud and bloom with butterflies and insects. I believe it's another painting. It's another painting, I believe. So it says it's an 18th century Chinese groi? I don't know. I'm very horrible with pronunciation. My English was really low, just so you know. But I love the cover. How this would represent Juliet. Me in other languages, I am not good. Ptolemy, Juliet de Ptolemy, the original. This is how this symbolizes as her descendant. I wouldn't say it's really her descendant, but this is Julie Jacobs, our protagonist, how it symbolizes her. And then how the roses, it said in the book that the roses symbolize the Virgin Mary, which is also the same rose that in the story Juliet de Ptolemy held in her hand while she was being painted as a portrait. And see roses along the edges, and then of course on the spine right here, and then you got the face here again. New York bestseller. I barely bought it, so I agree it is a New York Times bestseller. I would agree. It's kind of, the story is kind of little, I would say, good parts is that the story is good. Keep intact, lots of going back and forth. Mind-boggling, because I actually was reading this, I was going, what? So this is that, and this is that, and I'm like, okay, so a little mind-boggling. A few negatives is that as much as I love the going back and forth the story, it gets really confusing. So I mean, when I'm a writer myself. I'm a creative writer, and I write my own stories, but I never actually got them published. I'm right now trying to get some of them published as of right now on fanfiction.net, but I currently don't have any right now because I've been lazy for my summer, because it's summer and school starts next week for me, so I might not be able to, write anymore. But it gets really confusing because how they read the parts is that they're actual letters or a story from the protagonist's mother, who I would say was killed in a car accident. I wouldn't know. Well, I would know, but spoiler alert. And I'd say that I would, on a scale from 1 to 10, I rate this about an 8 to 9. 10 to be top favorite. Currently it's around an 8 to 9. I would have rated it 10 if it wasn't so confusing with the stories. But it was great to read. I spent 2 to 3 days reading this. And yeah, I love it. It's just that if you guys ever take a second language or anything, it has Italian language in here. I couldn't really pronounce it correctly, but you know what I mean. It's really mind-boggling. I would say it is mind-boggling because Da Vinci Code, you're trying to find Mary Magdalene's descendant, but this is you're trying to find Julieta, Tomoe's descendant. But spoiler alert, where does that come in? Since in the original Romeo and Juliet, they never had kids. I'm very sorry if I spoil this. So kind of a little mind-boggling because I couldn't understand it at first. But I mean, it's something I would read, not every day, but when I get the chance again to like understand it. The character, I tried looking it up myself. I couldn't really, grab it, and the understandment, because I tried looking up the history of what inspired Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and so far I got none. But yeah, but I like it. This is a good book. Really confusing, but love it. I know I'm repeating myself once again. I hate it when I do that, but it's just me. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think. I wouldn't know, but I believe there's a dramatization of it. I wouldn't. I hate pronouncing things, but there is a reading of it as like almost like a stage play with the narrator and stuff. But it's like the last portion of the book. It's like about I would say a couple pages long almost to the very end. But I wouldn't want to go that far with the stuff. But yeah, so if you guys, as I said in my partial one, this is my full out one. If you guys ever read it, check it out, buy it, I would recommend it for between the ages of right around late teens to maybe mid-age. Historical fiction, romance, mystery as well, adventure. Well, technically not adventure, but you get what I mean. Now, for fans who like the Da Vinci Code and want to try something that's similar, this would be it. But I don't know. That's my opinion. I read Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code. I haven't read The Lost Symbol yet. I'm still waiting to get that read. I actually ordered it. Actually, I didn't order it. I actually borrowed it from the library, but I haven't touched it. So I had to return it when it's due. So I'm very sorry if yeah. So for girls, I would give this a try. Guys, I wouldn't know, but if you're fans of Da Vinci Code, just try it out. I will say, because I don't want to be sexist or anything, but I feel more comfortable if it feels more comfortable. Like, for a girl, you have to understand it through the girl's perspective, because how I don't want to know. I don't know. That's my opinion, though, because I when I first saw this book, I was like, this seems interesting, because it's like little. It's like when I want to know, but it's a little interesting, just so you know. So yeah. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I think I don't know. But I would recommend this. So if you guys, once again, check it out, borrow it. Yeah, pretty much. So we'll check you guys. I will check you guys. I'm so not good with talking today. I had to wake up at like 8 in the morning. I didn't get to sleep last night because I actually was reading this. Read about almost half of it last night. But yeah, so if you guys ever need any book recommendations, I have tons. I don't know how many books I've read, pretty much, but I've read a lot. So I think the next book, I'll try to do another book review on The Safe Haven or Fallen. Fallen, I think, is about it's a dark series. It's not about vampires, I don't believe. but Safe Haven is by Nicholas Sparks. I forgot what volume it's by, but so I'll try to say a review about it and what I think. But if you guys ever want to have any other books you want to recommend for me to read, I'll read it and I'll give them my review. So I will see you guys soon. Happy reading. Bye!